here is just a couple of, what they are is just, I think they were pallets or something like that. I've joined them together with 2 bits of wood here. And I've, again, just used that stain, the chocolate stain. So today, just to recap what we received in the Essential Stencils. They are a pack of stencils for November. If you've joined the Stencil of the Month Club, this is what you'll get for November. And remember that today is the last day that you can join the Stencil of the Month Club and get this particular stencil set. So I showed you at the beginning of our first live, but then we got disconnected, so let me just go through that again. This is the add-on bonus stencil, so if you add the add-on in the shopping cart, then you will get the bonus each month as well. So our first stencil is the gorgeous holly wreath. I'm going to put it this way on this wreath sign. It'll be a lovely rustic kind of a wreath sign. Now, you have so many different options with wreaths. They're all listed on the back here. How to use the half laurels. So remember, you can rotate the stencil 180 degrees. You don't have to cut them at all. You can just leave them on the stencil. You can take off little bits that if you don't want to get your brush over in the certain areas. So, and then you flip it around and you join it onto the other side. So they're semicircles. And then you just change them around. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 different leaf styles there. You can do with or without the bells. And we've got all of the words that go inside here for this one. Now, if you get the bonus add-on items, you'll get extra wording, these extra words here that all fit inside your wreaths, no matter which way you do it. The other thing that I've got here, which I may do later on another live, is this gorgeous round chopping board that I just actually stole out of my kitchen. I have several of them that we bought for my daughter's 18th birthday party a year ago. And so I just thought I'd grab that one out. What I've done is sanded it right off, and that actually will also fit one of these laurel wreaths on it. So I don't have a supply list for this one that I'm doing today. I don't think it'll fit this one quite nicely, but it will fit the plain half semicircle. Then you can even flip that around and use that on the other side. So I hope you're catching this, because this is great value for their stencil of the month. Each month you'll get a set of 3, and you'll have the option of doing the add-on item, I think, when you sign up. All right, so I've got to decide what wreath am I going to do. I think I'll opt with one of these wreaths just to show you how to put that on using the semicircle idea. I'm going to go with this one. I think that kind of looks Australian, really. It's almost like a eucalyptus bottle brushy kind of a look on there. So to measure, I'd have to I'm going to eyeball it today, but what I'm doing is the center of this board here, the center board, I'm just kind of having a look, and with my eyes, I think it looks about halfway. So I'm just using this wreath here. So what I'm going to do is I will tape it in, well, I'll tape it on the side first.
There was a question of what's the ratio of water to paint when you made your own stain?
Yeah, you can choose whatever ratio you like. It's approximately 3 or 4 parts water to 1 part of paint is what I use. But again, you can just make it whatever
it's in the bottom
darkness or lightness you want. The more water you put in, the lighter it'll be. And even if you do lighter coat, you can always add another coat and it'll darken it a little bit too.
Yeah.
All right, so because I'm using this second wreath from the bottom, I'm just going to put a tape over here so that my brush doesn't get on those leaves there. I'm just going to tape this off here because we don't want our brush there, and also a bit here. So you want to just tape off those sections in the other part of the stencil. See, this is why you really don't need to cut it, because there's not a lot of room. Your brush would be going off the edge if you cut that. All right. Now colour. I think I'm just going to do white. Beautiful bright white against that lovely wood. It's going to use the same white that I had used before.
And when you just flip the stencil around, or like 180 degrees, not actually oval?
That's correct. And so its instructions are all on the back of it, that you just have to flip it around 180 degrees. Okay, my newspaper. So we offload our brush.
And our Canadian friend Amanda said that she told her husband, I'm just going to eyeball it like Sharon does. I love it.
You tell him Sharon said.
Yeah.
Just eyeball it. Okay, going for this gorgeous colour. Now you could do these little dots, different colours, but I'm just going to do lovely bright white today. Remember, I've offloaded my brush.
Sorry.
Less is better. Yep.
There was a comment about palette wood being very rough, and did we sand?
So we sanded these back, didn't we? I
Yes.
say we.
We
Silly
sanded
to do that.
them back, just
Do all
quickly,
that work.
not too much.
Yeah, just roughly sanding them back, and you just rough, and it is
They're a
quite
bit-
a smooth finish. And then we've got the stain on top, and then you can seal on top of that right at the very end. So
Look how quickly that went on.
yeah,
Nice.
pretty quick.
Do you use different rubber bands to make your brushes stiffer? Or use all the same
No,
kind?
just same normal kinds of just your ordinary
Whatever's
little
there.
rubber band that might come around the newspaper when it arrives or whatever. You just collect them. Like to reuse, repurpose, recycle, whatever it is.
And then after we used the water and the paint stain, did you resand those boards a bit?
No, I haven't actually, because so you can see the grain of the wood in there because it's not paint, it's a stain now because you've watered it down so much. So that's why you can see the grain, is because you could actually sand that more and then just have the paint sitting into the grooves a little, but this is, I think it's pine. And it doesn't have a, you know, some of those woods that have beautiful grain. I know that in the USA they have oak and things like that that have a really defined grain. But this is quite smooth, and so it's not going to sit down in the wood, if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense to anybody, but...
And it doesn't have the tannins either, hey?
All right, so I've done one half of the wreath. I'm just going to simply flip that around and join it up with the second half.
That answers that question.
Eyeballing it again, guys. This is what you do.
The 3 dots match up.
Yeah. Well, we're going to... Yes,
Sweet.
there you go. That looks cute, actually.
And if they don't, you'll soon see.
Okay, we're taping it down. A little bit more on the brush. Such a super quick idea for Christmas. You could actually use this wreath on your front door, couldn't you? You could have a stenciled wreath instead of a leafy wreath. You could pop it on your mantle, hang it in your kitchen. I do like the saying. Did we ever get an answer? Did anyone say where this saying was from? Don't get your tinsel in a tangle. Someone said it's from a movie. Did anyone know the answer? What movie is it from? I'd love to know.
If Aussies join the Stencil of the Month Club, how long does it take for postage?
Essential Stencil may have to answer that for you, but in general terms, and we're not talking Christmas postage here because that's always going to put a delay on your postage. Usually about 7 to 10 days is when it comes, when they've shipped to me anyway. This one came a bit quicker because because I'm an ambassador, they had to get it to me before so that I could actually demonstrate it here on Essential Stencil. So they did send it express and it came really quickly. So yeah, we'll just have to check with them on their shipping, but generally, and I do think that they've got the shipping details. Oh, maybe that's just on their stencil site. But yeah, 7 to 10 days is what I've experienced, which is really very reasonable, especially for the stencils where it doesn't matter what season it is, you still, and look, like these ones, gosh, we'll have them for the next year's, we'll be well ahead of Christmas for next year with these stencils.
Yeah.
So that's a bit exciting.
And the deal with the rubber bands is that the brushes have been naughty and we're just flicking them.
No, so with the rubber bands, my bristles are quite long because these are brushes meant for painting furniture, and the round brushes, especially for spindles and things like that, the Klingon brand, excellent brushes, and I just love using them for stenciling. But with a shorter bristle, they're a bit firmer on your hand rather than flexible and going all over the place with the stencil. So that's why I just tie a rubber band, or you can use painter's tape and just wrap it around to just tighten those bristles at the end. Little hack that I've learned. All right, so here's our wreath. Isn't that beautiful?
Ooh,
I love it.
Let me just zoom.
So-
Wow.
that's our wreath. And guys, I am a real coffee girl at heart, so I just have to open this bonus stencil. Just remember that if you are wanting the add-on stencil, so this one doesn't come with the regular set with all the other wreath bits, it's an add-on. So you'll see that at the checkout. They'll say, do you want to add the bonus stencil of the add-on item? And you will want to go, yes, because such great value. Look at all the sayings you get. And I want you guys to help me with some fun ideas. What could you switch and change in all of the things that we've got here with all of the different words? You could change it up a bit and use coffee and something else, or something and Christmas music. So, I don't know, peace and Christmas music, or don't get your tinsel in a tangle. I don't know, think of some ideas. What could you see in these words that you could switch around the words with?
Don't get your piece in a tangle.
Don't get your piece in a tangle. There we go. That's fitting.
Oh, and Vanessa came up. Somebody said it's don't get your tinsel in a tangle is a Christmas greeting from something. And Vanessa said it comes from Steel Magnolias.
Oh, hey, I'm not. Wow. I probably have maybe seen that once in my life, and I didn't remember that. I'm sure it's a classic. Oh, okay, so we're going to have to watch that one again. Who's in that one? I can't remember. I'm trying to think of the lady actresses.
I cannot.
Okay, coffee and Christmas music. That's me.
Merry Mistletoe. Oh, I love it.
Oh yes, Merry Mistletoe. That's a good one.
Coffee and mistletoe.
Coffee and mistletoe. There you go. Jingle all the way. You could put in
Coffee and
joy
everything.
all the way, and because these little all the and way, even though it's separated with the G from jingle, you can just move your stencil to where you need it to be.
Yeah.
All right, coffee and Christmas music it's going to be, and this could sit above our coffee machine at our coffee station.
Julia Roberts,
Yes.
Dolly Parton,
Oh yes.
and who's the last one? Shirley MacLaine.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Right. There you go. So coffee and Christmas music.
Yeah.
That's what it's going to be today. So I hope you enjoy this bonus stencil that we've had here on the live today. Don't forget to use the coupon code from your favourite ambassador to get $5 off. And I don't mean me as your favourite ambassador. Literally, there's 5 amazing. Oh no, actually, there's a. Have we got 5? I can't remember how many ambassadors we've got here at Essential Stencils, and you can use any of their codes and it will get you $5 off your first month for the Stencil of the Month Club. And remember, if you join today only is the cut-off day for this particular stencil set with all of its fun goodness. So take advantage of that and you get all those bonus sayings if you include the add-on. So, are we ready? I'm ready for a coffee. There we go. Isn't that gorgeous? Coffee and Christmas music. Yes, I love it. And then we could sand and distress that a little bit, or distress the edges if you're bored. You can imagine that in a few different colours. The other thing that I can imagine happening is the little berries here. You could just dot some little bits of red paint on there to just make those, highlight those a little bit, make them stand out. But there are so many options with this one stencil set. If you